Hey guys, it's Centurion Master and welcome back to World of Warships. Today we're in the German Tier 4 destroyer, the V-170. I have been going down a Japanese line recently. For some of you who may have seen my videos, I'm pretty obsessed with the Akatsuki and the Kagero. It's pretty much a torpedo boat, predominantly torpedo play, and I have decided I need to probably enhance my gun skills on destroyers. So I've decided to go down the German line. Didn't choose the American line because I feel like it's predominantly guns. I still want to be able to use my torpedoes, so the hybrid sort of destroyer that the German line is. I feel I'm going to give that a go before really attempting the gun-heavy American line. Today we're on a domination game and I'm heading off towards the sea cap. Obviously, first thoughts in a destroyer, get forward, try and take an early cap and do whatever spotting it you can. I do really like these German destroyers. I must be honest, I probably find them all round a better destroyer than the Japanese one so far. I mean, they are probably two different types of gameplay that's required for them, but I'm really enjoying this one. Just having that extra little bit of punch in the guns and that extra little bit of sort of like that extra reload speed to allow you to get rounds down a little bit quicker. It's a little bit nice in certain situations, and it's very manoeuvrable. As you can see here, it's having no problem turning and cutting through those waves. So it's an all-rounder, certainly at this level. I mean, I haven't moved down any further than this yet, but yeah, I'm really enjoying the gameplay and definitely give it a go. So we've just come into sea. Just going to stay here now, try and stay as far away as possible from anybody else that might potentially be moving into a cap to spot us. I mean, at this point I do have, very luckily, an 11-point captain on this ship, which probably none of you are going to have when you get to tier 4 on a destroyer line. So I do and have been able to get the concealment module on my captain, so I've got a 5.5k detection range at the moment, but as you'll find out tomorrow, ordinarily it'll be a bit higher than that, so I can have a little bit of a cheat game, so to speak. At this point, thoughts, see what available targets we've got. Also, as you can see on the actual torpedo sort of like arcs, they are a little bit different to standardised torpedoes. Gives you that little opportunity to get that one torpedo off at a slightly narrower angle, so you don't have to risk showing as much broadside as you normally have to, which has its benefits. So torpedoes away, one off, followed by 2 salvos of 2, and let's see what we can do here. Sea cap is taken, and the enemy have taken B, so it's 1 apiece. But here we have an enemy in a sow, and see if these torpedoes can find a way into the side of this big ship. Decent torpedoes on this boat, decent guns on this boat. I mean, it's not as torpedo strong as any of the Japanese line I've been down, but as I've said before, as an all-rounder, it's a really good ship to play. And there we have it, first torpedo hit, just under 7,000 damage, and he's lucky enough to dodge the rest. So let's get some more away and see what we can do. We have our cruisers getting very close now. We've been detected. Let's get some smoke off. And there we are. Back at our site as quickly as we can. Like the assassin that we should be as a destroyer. Let's just see what we can do with these torpedoes. Kind of only me and the St. Louis over at sea cap at the moment. But with this additional detection range and there's another torpedo hit, so just up to 16,500 damage, followed by a second one with some flooding, so 25,500 damage, and now we can get some shots away. We've got the smoke between me and that in the south, so very well protected. I don't want anyone else to nick this kill, so let's just drive these rounds home and send him to the bottom, and this should be it. There we have it, 30,000 damage, first kill of the game. 3 torpedo hits, so not a bad start. Pretty nifty ship, the V-170. I mean, I found all the German destroyers to be pretty quick off the start. As you can see, already up to 30 knots from a dead start there, so it's no slouch. Now he's going to head over towards sea. Make sure we consolidate and secure his cap. Let's see if we can get some more torpedoes into this Bellerophon, I think it is, in the distance. Very slow ambling battleship, so we should have a chance here of catching him by surprise. probably ideal at this point that maybe for the purpose of trying to ram these torpedoes home that you consider not going into a cap. I mean, at this point it doesn't know exactly where we are, and going into a cap would only let him know that we are at close range. So I'll give him the nice little feeling that he thinks he might be taking his cap for the moment. Turn my AA off. I mean, I am out of detection range, but don't really want my anti-aircraft to give me away at this point. Now we are detected. Oh, and he's missed. We've missed every one of those torpedoes. Pretty decent moves there by the Bellerophon. But he did have a good 6.5k to make those decisions. So we'll just get some fire into him. We're not focused at this point. Nobody in the close vicinity to put us under threat. Just drive as many of his shots into it as I can. It's burning nicely. And he's about to be taken out. Not by me. Bugger. Okay, so the enemy got 2 caps. We look like we're trying to take B at this point. 2 ships down on the enemy team, 3 to ours, so they've got a slight advantage.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Could move over to B at this point and try and assist, but I still feel that battleship over there and the aircraft carrier causing a bit of grief. Then I need to stay in this location for a while just to provide a little bit more support. Always be very considerate when playing your destroyer. Whether firing your guns is more important than staying undetected. It's something that you need, certainly if you've predominantly been a cruiser or battleship player, but you'll take some time to get used to. Certainly I do. I'm very tempted sometimes to pull the trigger, expecting to get a load of citadels which never turn up. But bit by bit now, yeah, it's more about stealth, just getting your torpedoes off at the right time, picking your targets, and when the opportunity presents itself, obviously driving those rounds HE or AP into the relevant targets. But again, thoughts here, just get some more torpedoes off. This is my Ogie bears down on us. Now we've got a friendly ship here, the Wyoming, so I decided to just pop across and lay a smoke screen just to give him that little bit more support with staying undetected at this range. Got a Myogi and a Tenru within firing range of him. And there's another torpedo hit, sends us up to 39. Best part of 40,000 damage, 47,500 damage now. 2 torpedo hits, 2 floods. But again, we do all the work, we take all the damage, and we're not going to get the kill. But sinking nonetheless. So sea looks pretty secure. Tenru in the distance, but not something I should be particularly worried about. We have enough ships over here to take him out if we need to. And he's been absolutely obliterated. As I almost have by almost been taken in half there, staying there way too long. Obviously torpedoes inbound that Wyoming needed to take or make the necessary manoeuvres, but lucky for me and him, the torpedoes ran out of steam before they got here. So game's turned around a little bit now, ahead on cap points. Good 200 points ahead, sorry. And a considerable ship's lead, so this game's turned on its head. 50,000 damage, 5 torpedo hits, 31 target hits, and 3 floods with 1 sinking. So again, it's not always about sinking ships and racking up massive amounts of damage. It's about mutual support, it's about spotting enemy targets for friendly ships and CVs alike. So we're cruising at 34, coming up to 35 knots now. It's not a slow ship for a ship at this tier. It does move pretty well, it's very manoeuvrable. Really good rudder shift time. But thoughts now, let's just get over towards B. Secure B. Assisted St. Louis, who appears to have the same thought process that I've got. And then just see if we can find more targets. It's going to be a miracle if we lost this game now. Enemy down to 3 ships, all destroyers gone. It is a really good ship. I've really enjoyed playing the Japanese destroyers. Probably all in all, if I had to pick one between the two, I probably still would stay on the Japanese line. But that doesn't say for a second that what I've experienced so far on the German line isn't an extremely pleasurable gameplay. As I've said, it definitely does have its advantages. It's certainly better with the guns. Nice reload time. Good manoeuvrability. So yeah, they're not bad ships. I just think it's down to the specific style of play that you want to adopt when taking on any ship, whether that be a cruiser or battleship or destroyer. You're going to have a certain style of play, and certain battleships and cruisers and destroyers are going to suit that style of play. So try and pick your choices, pick your lines, make sure you utilise that experience on the right ships, and you'll have some decent games. Now it's just a case of just picking off this enemy cruiser in the distance. I'm going to have limited options here as I've only really got one gun to bear at the moment. I don't really want to risk a broadside. And obviously with islands either side of me, I'm just going to keep an arrow profile and just peck away at this target and see what I can do. 52,000 damage. And on the verge of taking his second cap. Good accuracy on this ship. As you can see, the dispersion's pretty decent. We'll go into more detail on the review video, but I mean, it speaks for itself. Most of his shots are landing. And there we are. B's taken. Game's pretty much won now. About to lose sight as he moves behind the island. It gives me a chance to get some torps off from a stealth position. Oh, you bugger. Let's get that fixed. Nice little option you've got with the torps on this German destroyer. You can fire them from some very narrow arcs. Albeit it can only be the one torpedo, it might be of a difference. And then we get some more off. I mean, this enemy cruiser now is heading the opposite direction, so it's probably going to outrun them. But you never know. Let's just get these guns back trained on target, and we can carry on just firing away. Decent little 4-second reload time on these guns. Obviously there are quicker destroyers, but it's a nice balance. Certainly at this tier against most targets, certainly gives you the edge. Yeah, I've really enjoyed this ship, and I've got some really good games to put on here tomorrow for you all to see, and we'll do a more detailed review. As I'm recently back on this channel, it's really important. I just want to keep some content being uploaded. And there we have it. He's taken out. Game 1. So just over 100,000 silver, just under 3,000 experience, 56,500 damage, and we've got that from 60 target hits, 5 torpedoes, which again predominantly most of your damage is going to come from torpedoes. We get the 1 sinking, the 3 floods, and we assisted and captured a base, and that was good enough to put us second on the board. Always nice to be in the top 3. I haven't played many in this ship, but yeah, good game, guys. Like I said, we'll do a more detailed review tomorrow with some better gameplay, but hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, really helps me out, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Take care, guys.